Tacos, written and illustrated by Bunchkin. Dedicated to my best friend Cece for being my friend for all these years. Hi, my name is Deanna Banana Burger, and I have to tell you a little story. First, let me tell you a bit about me and my family. Everyone in my family has the same task name. Oh yeah, I forgot. People in our town say stuff backwards all the internet. Time. Anyway, we hate each other. My daughter, Bridget, thinks I'm annoying and weird, but I know I'm cool. She's just 6, so she doesn't know what she's talking about anyway. All she cares about is her stupid dog, Sparky, and her millions of friends from school. Selfish, rude little girl. My husband, Timothy, is tired and wimpy. I have no idea why I married him. I think I'll divorce him someday. It all started when my favorite TV show was interrupted by breaking news. The news guy whimsically said, "Well, folks, in 2 days it will rain, but not just any rain. It will rain SoCat! Tacos! Today must be a straw cab day. Backwards day. Cut!" Obviously, it wasn't going to rain tacos. Seriously, why would it rain tacos? Just then, Timothy came running in saying, "My taco evaporated." "It's true, Mom," Bridget exclaimed. I sat there for a minute, speechless. I rolled my eyes. "Nonsense," I announced loudly. At this point, I was going to prove to them that it was not going to rain tacos. "I'm starving," I said. "Okay, let's go to Taco Eclipse. I'll drive. Let's go," Timothy suggested. "You have a problem. It's Taco Palace," I said. It seemed like then the whole town started talking backwards. "Mom, you're always hungry. And I'm sick of tacos. I want burritos," Bridget remarked. "Anyway, you didn't even let me have a birthday party last year." "Let it go," I said. "The only way you're getting me to go to Taco Place or whatever is if you let me have a taco party with 99 friends and 100 tacos. The last taco would be for me. Oh yeah, and I want to be a pool party with gifts," she demanded loudly. "Fine, but no presents." "Deal," she said calmly. We hopped into the car and Timothy started driving. "Let's turn on the radio," he suggested. "No way! Whenever you turn on the radio, you always put on baby music. You skip all my favorite songs," Bridget yelled as she jerked forward, shaking the car. "Fine, I'll leave it on the first song we hear," Timothy angrily cried. We turned on the radio and turned up the volume. It was playing "It's Raining Tacos" by Bonnie M. "It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos." "What a coincidence," Brigitte said, slowly leaning back into her seat. "Are we there yet?" "Almost," I said. "Hola, amigos," the guy at the counter said. "Yeah, whatever, we need 110 tacos. Stat," I said. "I want to get a few extra tacos to mention." "That's $110, the worker replied. "Here's $10. Adios," I yelled. "Wait, come back, you need to pay $100 more," the guy at the counter yelled after us. We ran out of the shop holding our 110 tacos in 5 giant bags with huge rocks on top. My family insisted that they might evaporate, but they were just being foolish. "These are so heavy. Can we please take the rocks off?" I complained. "No, well, not unless you want to waste all that money," Bridget complained like a baby. "It's not like they're going to evaporate or something," I said. "Yes, they will." "No, they won't." "Yes," she said. "No," I said. "Yes, no." Bridget got into the car and I yelled to Timothy, "I'll drive this time," and he dozed off. When I put the keys into the ignition, Bridget started up another annoying conversation. She said, We better drive faster. If we drive too slow, the tacos will evaporate. I was thinking, if you go 60 miles an hour, just might be fast enough that they won't evaporate. What? I asked. Aren't I clever? She asked. I yelled, are you psycho? There was no way I was going 60 miles per hour. I might have considered it if I didn't know that the chief of police was hanging around at Marty Farty's Deluxe Donut Shop. The car was silent for the rest of the ride home. The next day, Bridget gathered all her friends for the taco party. Everyone gets one taco, but be careful, it might evaporate. Let the party begin! Bridget yelled on a megaphone. The party was crazy. Since we have a giant backyard and a pool, we had the party in the pool and on the patio. All I remember was us partying and eating tacos. And some girls evaporating. Probably because the tacos were evaporating inside them. Other than that, it was a normal party. Then again, most girls did not eat their tacos. I woke up on the concrete. It was raining. The place was a mess. Hats were on the ground, towels and confetti was everywhere. Gift wrap was all over. I guess Bridget forced them to bring presents after all. So bossy. The patio was covered in pool water. I saw a tooth on the ground. Or maybe it was a tortilla chip. I'm still not sure. I really didn't care what it was at that point. Sparky's fur was a mess. Except it wasn't fur. I went back to sleep without moving. I felt something on me. I was dizzy. But when I fully woke up, absolutely positively everyone was made of tacos. Sparky was on my stomach and he had a bow in his hair. He took Osa. So cute. Sparky wasn't looking normal though. He had lettuce wagging instead of a tail. Instead of a body, he had a shell. I was starving and he looked so delicious. Just think, that plush taco with beans as eyes. So good. I couldn't resist for another minute. When I took a bite into him, instead of blood, guacamole spurt out of his shell. Yes, I took a tiny nibble of Sparky. I knew that was wrong, but I was starved. I looked at my hands. They were made of lettuce. I looked at Bridget. She wasn't looking normal either. She looked like a burrito. Her head was a taco. Her legs were made of lettuce, and so were her arms. I took a huge bite of her. It was like a dream. Those beans rushed through my mouth. Hot sauce burned. Oh, the cold, cold cheese. I had to slap myself about 10 times. It was no use. I felt dizzy. There were rainbows swirling everywhere. My face was so lumpy. I coughed. I cried. I was no longer in Taco World. I was in Planet Sickness. I couldn't get out of this dream. Or maybe it was real life. At that point, I didn't care where I was. I just want to out of for. I can't even say it. Out of there. I looked around. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I felt myself going up and down and up and down. I felt cold things touching me. My eyelids dropped. I was asleep again. I looked up. I was under a roof. My roof. I looked under myself. I was on a bed. My bed. I looked down. The bed was on the floor. My floor. I looked at my hands. I ran to Bridget, so they were frantically trying to find her. She was on her bed, sleeping. She wasn't burrito anymore. The party was just a dream. Or was it? I rolled around my bed, tempted to go outside. I looked at my clock, 5 a.m. On one hand, if I went out, the neighbors would be mad. But on the other hand, I could see if it was raining tacos. I thought for a long time. I looked back at the clock. 5:01? I yelled, losing my temper. Bridget stormed in, yelling, What the catch, Mom? I mean, what the heck, Mom? Just let me go Adesio. I mean, outside, I said. I started to run out, putting on my robe. I forgot to grab my camera, but if it was true that it was raining tacos, I would always remember it. I flew out the door, and to this day, I will never forget the day. No lie, it was raining tacos. Since then, I've always been hungry. Was it a dream? Was it real? Was it Grisema? By now, I know you know what I'm saying. It's amazing backwards. And Bridget, if you're reading this or listening to this, I hate you. Project Reflection. My story was inspired by Roald Dahl in many ways. First of all, I think it was funny that everyone turns into a taco or burrito, even though it's impossible to rain tacos. In the BFG, Sophie is kidnapped by a giant, which could also never happen. Also, I use names from my own life. Even though their personalities are completely different, I use them. The guy at the counter is a real guy. He's the guy at Chipotle. Timothy is a boy in my class, but his real name is Tim. He is silly, but not stupid. Last, I use backwards words. I spelled these words backwards. Backwards, straw cab, heck, catch, cute, e-took, palace, a clap, outside, Adesio, out, toe, I guess, last, tassel, so, os, tacos, so cat, and time, Emmett. Some of the stories that Roald Dahl wrote that had backwards words are The Vicar of Nibbleswickle and Essio Trot. In The Vicar of Nibbleswickle, whenever the vicar talks, the most important word he says comes out backwards. I did that a few times in my story. As you can see, my story is inspired by Roald Dahl.